Hi everyone, this is Kris Nessler with Georgetown University Outdoor Education. In today's video, I want to speak to you about the 10 essentials. The 10 essentials are those items you should carry with you in your backpack, whether on a 5-day long trip or just a day-long excursion. Back in the 1930s, a climbing group from Seattle, Washington, the Mountaineers, created a 10 essentials gear checklist for their members. They were concerned with providing their members with the gear that they would need to answer 2 essential questions in the backcountry. 1, were they ready to respond to adverse conditions that they might experience? And 2, if necessary, were they ready to spend the night on the side of the mountain? Okay. As time progressed, as technology changed, as you can imagine, the actual items on that list changed around a little bit. And in 2018, instead of a specific item checklist, the Mountaineers came out with more of a systems-based approach, allowing individual users to look at the conditions that they found themselves in and select specific items that met the criteria of the environment that they were choosing to travel in. Today we're going to talk about those essential items from the systems perspective. The first one we want to consider is navigation. You've decided where you're going, you're hiking down the trail, let's not get lost. Carry a map for the area that you're traveling in, as well as a compass, and know how to use the two together. Obviously these days GPS is a great tool to have as well. Having the skills though, old-fashioned map and compass go a long way. Don't rely on batteries. So carry a map and compass for your navigation skills. The Mountaineers were concerned about getting stuck out overnight. So they're thinking about headlamps, lighting. Carry a headlamp with you, inexpensive LED headlamp, kind of goes a long way. Bring a few extra batteries, that way if you do get stuck out after dark, you're covered in the lighting department. So lights. Next essential system to think about is sun protection. Don't want to get burnt anywhere, but in the backcountry it can become a serious medical problem. So on any outdoor ed trip, we're asking participants to bring along a brimmed hat, maybe a bandana that you can tie around your neck to keep the sun off, a small thing of sunscreen, maybe some lip balm that's got SPF in it, and finally, bring those sunglasses, protect yourself from the harmful rays of the sun. Next system you want to think about is first aid. First, take a medical course. A nice first aid CPR course from the American Red Cross goes a long way, keeps you safe, keeps your fellow hikers safe. Also, once you've done that, bring some resources with you. Pretty easy to buy a backcountry specific first aid kit, or you can make one yourself. Band-aids, tape, moleskin, ibuprofen, things along those lines. But please, have the skills and bring the resources that you need. Next thing to think about, what happens if you do get stuck out overnight and you're not backpacking? Have some kind of an emergency shelter with you. I like to carry a small waterproof tent that I can set up above my head to keep the elements off, and then a small emergency blanket to trap the heat in. It might not be a comfortable night, but it's better than nothing. Shelter, emergency blanket, together work pretty well. So now you're stuck out there, what are you gonna eat? You've decided as part of your system to bring extra food along. So I like to pack in something like a bunch of almonds, right? High content of fat, keep you warm at night. Something simple like a granola bar, and easily digestible sugars from a fruit snack, but extra food. Once again, this isn't food that you're thinking about eating on the trail. This is just there in case of an emergency. So have that extra food with you. Directly related to that, think about water. You've had your 2 water bottles during the hike and you're out. What are you going to do now? Well, you've decided that you've carrying the tools you need to purify the water that you find along the trail. So have some aquamure or iodine, some other chemical treatment. There's filters that you can use. There's SteriPens, which is a UV light treatment. A lot of different options out there, but have something to provide you with extra water. Also related to those, again, you're stuck out overnight, you need to find a way to stay warm. Have some type of fire starting system with you. I'll carry at least 2 lighters with me, even on day hikes. I'll have normally a small book of matches and a fire starting device as well. Put those in a Ziploc bag, keep them dry, and you'll be good to go in the fire department there. Last thing that I'll talk about is bringing extra clothing along with you. When you think about going in the backcountry, you need to have the clothes that are appropriate for the situation. This is, again, extra stuff. So you're not planning on wearing it during the day, but maybe you've got a nice knit hat along with you. You've got some extra fleece gloves and a nice puffy insulated jacket. That with, again, the emergency shelter that you've created, you're, again, might not be most comfortable, but you're set for the evening and spend the night in the woods if you need to. It's not currently a 10 essential item, but I'd add it to the list these days. Throw that mask on there, keep yourself physically distanced, and put that on when you can't be physically distanced there. So there you have it. That's the 10 essentials from a systems-based approach. Quick review: navigation, lighting, sun protection, first aid, tools, shelter, extra food, extra water, extra clothing, and some type of fire starter. If you have those 10 essential items, you'll be prepared to deal with adverse conditions as well as potentially spend the night in the woods. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.